Movement matters. So when we're feeling like we're stuck or we're feeling like we've got some stagnant energy, just a really short flow or any form of movement can help us move out of that stuck state, that stagnant feeling, and help us move into a feeling of being a little bit more vibrant, even if it's just a little bit. Any form of movement helps us raise our vibration. And when we raise our vibration, we open up the opportunities for all good things to come to us. So feel into the body, use the breath as always, and just start moving the energy through as well. Let's meet on the mat. Let's take a short moment to arrive with the breath in the body. So sitting up nice and tall, find a comfortable seat. Just reach up through the crown. Find that nice length in the neck. Send the breath into the base of the spine. Fill the belly, fill the chest, open up through the collarbone. Exhale, shoulders fall away from the ears. Navel draws toward the spine. It's a gentle contraction of the pelvic floor. Just taking a few more full Agni Raj breaths here, just like that. Inhale deep into the pelvic bowl. Fill the torso like water filling a glass. Exhale, soften the body. And use the exhale to release and let go of things that no longer serve you, those thought patterns. Perhaps there's a thought that's generating a feeling. Use the breath to give yourself permission to let that go. Two more. Let's really sigh it out now for 3 breaths. Breathe deep into the belly. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Or 2 more. Really release and let go. Beautiful. Just allow the body to settle. Take the breath to its natural rhythm. Notice how the body feels. Notice if there's any less chatter in the mind. And while we sit in this space, notice the sensations of your senses. The sounds of the birds around. Maybe it's sounds of your closer environment. Maybe it's sounds of distant movement within the world. Notice how the breeze feels on the skin. Maybe you notice some patterns behind your closed eyes. Dropping the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Notice any taste sensations within the mouth. And finally, pay attention to the scents within the air, the aromas within your environment. Having touched base with all of our 5 senses, with our eyes closed, one final moment. Gaze is inward. Maybe you find a connection with that 6th inner sense. That one that usually comes to us from our belly, from our gut, that gut feeling. And gently bow the head. Flutter the eyelids open. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, rotate the torso to the right, bring the arms to shoulder height. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate towards the left, arms to shoulder height. 2 more times each side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, full Agni Raj breaths here if you can. Sending that breath into the base. Releasing and letting go on the exhale as we move through the gentle twist. Last one to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bring the hands down. You can raise up through the crown. We're just going to walk the hands. Legs can still be crossed. Maybe we'll start with our right foot under the left or in front of the left, depending on how you're sitting. Just hinging at the hips. We're just going to walk the hands forward. Come into a nice forward fold. Just go to your edge. So you might be up here with a slightly tighter back line, and that is perfectly fine. But with each exhale, we're just going to slowly lower a little bit further. We're only here for 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. 2 more breaths. Gently walk the hands back towards the shins. Switch the direction of the shins. So put the left in front of the right or on top of the right if you had the right in front of the left before. Again, reaching up through the crown. Find length through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Slowly walk forward. 3 full deep breaths here. You might notice the nice opening through the hip flexors or the IT band, on the left side of the body. Maybe you find an opening through the lumbar spine. Just waking up the body. Last breath, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Walk the hands back towards the body. Breathe in, sweep the arms out and up. Bring the palms to meet. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Beautiful. Roll over the knees. Find a neutral tabletop as we come into a cat-cows. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, round and arch the spine. Draw the chin to the chest. 2 more times. Inhale, lower the belly. Exhale, round and arch. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Begin to move now to where the body feels right. So where it feels like your body's calling. So still moving through similar to our cat-cows, but just move the torso. Maybe you find a wave-like motion. Maybe you're swaying the torso from side to side. Maybe you're able to go into those circular motions if it's not too much pressure on the knees and the hips. But we're just moving now for the next minute or so, just in any direction that the body is calling, any direction that you feel good in. Still focusing on that breath. So maybe as you move forward, you inhale. As you move back, you exhale. And if you're going in circles, maybe it's time now to shift that direction. Just take your final movements. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Tuck the toes. Press into the palms. Lift the tail. Come into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Send the tail to the sky, drawing the chest a little closer toward the thighs.
You can draw the heels toward the earth, and it's okay if they don't touch. Maybe you're up here. That's perfectly fine. We're just finding a nice opening through the back line of the body, from the heels through to the tail, and then from the tail through to the fingertips. Gaze is toward the back of the mat. Maybe the gaze is toward the navel to really open up through the back of the neck. Taking one more breath. Inhale, send the right leg to the sky. 3-legged down dog. Open and stack the hips, bend that right knee, gaze underneath the armpit. Maybe you see the tips of your toes. Just opening up through the hips. Shoulders remain square. Good. Inhale now, bring the knee to the chest. Step the right foot between the hands, lower the back knee. Breathe in, sweep the arms overhead. Come up into your low lunge. You can keep the back toes tucked, or if you like, you can untuck them. Inhale, lift and lengthen. It's as though there's a lightness of the body with each inhale. Exhale, rotate the torso to the right, shoulders and arms to shoulder height. Inhale, back to center. Exhale towards the left. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Breathe in, come back to center. Breathe out to the left. Breathe in, back to center. On the last one, we're going to rotate towards the right. Release that right hand towards the back calf. Sweep the left arm over top. 1 breath. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Sweeping the arms overhead, come back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Left hand to the left calf. Right arm to the sky. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Inhale, lift. Rotate the torso to the front. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, frame the front foot. Extend that front knee. Bringing the hips back to the heels. Flex the front foot. Breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, hinging at that hip. Coming into our runner's lunge. Feel a nice opening through the right hamstring. Drawing the right hip back, left hip forward. Bend into that front knee, frame the foot, tuck the back toe if you've untucked it. Step back, downward facing dog. Good. Just take a couple of breaths here. I'm going to move straight into the left side, sweep the left leg to the sky, 3-legged down dog. Open and stack the hips, shoulders remain square, bend that left knee. Gaze is up underneath the right armpit, maybe you can see the left tippy toes. Good. Inhale, knee to the chest, step the left foot between the hands, lower the back knee. Breathe in, sweep the arms overhead. Lift and lengthen the torso. Exhale, rotate towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate to the right, arms to shoulder height. Inhale, back to center. Exhale 2 more times. Follow the breath. So allow the breath to guide your movement. Breathing in, back to center. Exhale to the left. Release the left hand to the right calf. Sweep the right arm up overhead. Exhale, navel draws to spine. Inhale, lift the torso. Sweeping the arms, come back to center. Exhale, rotate towards the right. Release the right hand to the right calf. Send the left arm up to the sky. 1 full breath. Inhale, lift the torso, sweep the arms and torso to the front. Frame the front foot. Extend the front leg. Draw the hips back to the heels. Flex the left foot.
Lift and lengthen through the crown on the inhale. Exhale, lower down. So just draw that chest toward the thigh. Left hip draws back, right hip draws forward. Inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, we soften. We can use that exhale to release and let go of that which no longer serves us. With each inhale and exhale and the softening of the body, just breathing a little deeper into the body, into the movement. Last breath. Bend into that left knee. Tuck the back toes, step back, downward facing dog. Send the tail up to the sky as the inhale reaches and connects. Chest draws toward the thighs a little closer. Good. Bend into the knees. Come back to our neutral tabletop. We're just going to come back onto the heels. Tucking the toes. We're going to come into a toe squat. So you can rest the hands on the thighs. I find it easier to close the eyes and really focus on the breath because it can get quite intense in this pose. We're releasing some energy from the soles of our feet. They tend to hold us up all day long, so it's nice to give them a little bit of attention. You might feel a burning in the thighs, maybe in the shins or the calves, but focus on the breath, that full Agni Raj breath. Each inhale, fill the torso like water filling a glass. Exhale, shoulder blades melt down the back. Just allow the body to soften. Gentle contraction of the pelvic floor. One more breath. Good. Leaning forward to all fours, untuck the toes, pat them out. Just allow the blood to flow back through there. Good. Bring the hips to the heels. Shift the weight over to the left or the right. We're just going to extend the legs out in front. Flex the feet. Lift and lengthen the spine as we come into our forward fold. Breathe in, lift and create space. Breathe out. We're just going to hinge at the hip crease. Allow the torso to fall over the legs. If you've got maintaining the integrity in the lumbar spine, maybe you can round and arch the upper back. And just allow the head and neck to hang and just really feel and breathe into the sensations that this calming posture produces. One more breath. Breathing in, engage the core as we lift the torso, come back to seated. I'm just going to scooch forward just a little bit. Lift and lengthen the spine. Soles of the feet are on the earth. Bring the arms out in front. Engage the core. So really draw that belly towards the spine. We're going to lower down slowly, moving the torso back towards the mat for a count of 5, 4, maybe you feel a shake, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring the right ankle to the left knee, coming into our figure 4. Draw the left knee towards the torso, and you can interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. Maybe you press the right hand into the right knee crease as we draw the left knee a little closer toward the body. You can feel the opening through the right glute.
a little release through the lumbar spine. Two more breaths. Gently release the tension on that left leg. Unwind the fingertips. Bring the left foot to meet the earth. Right foot comes to sit beside it. Left ankle on the right knee now. Draw that right knee towards the torso. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh. Press the left elbow into the left hip crease. Maybe draw that right knee a little closer toward the chest. Feel the opening through the left glute. A nice release through the lumbar spine. And see if you can allow the shoulders to relax back into the earth here. Feel that nice elongation of the spine. Send the breath into the seat. Feel the torso arriving in the collarbone. Exhale, softening the body just that little bit more. Navel draws toward the spine. You can release that right knee now. Soles of the feet meet the earth. Just extend the legs out long. Feet about hips width apart. Maybe they come to the edges of the mat. Allow the feet to fall to the sides. Rest the arms beside the body. Palms facing up. Gently tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest. Draw the chin away from the chest, encouraging the natural curve of the spine. Maybe you feel a nice release through the back of the neck when you do so. Relax the muscles in the face. Release the tension in the jaw. Allow the furrow in the brow to let go. As we come into Shavasana, bring your awareness back to those five senses. How the air feels in the skin. The darkness behind the closed eyes. Maybe there's a humming of a fridge nearby. Any taste sensations upon the tongue. Maybe you notice a nice aroma in your environment. Bring your awareness now to the midpoint between the eyebrows and slightly up. Taking that gaze inward. Become aware of that sixth sense. The one that guides us when we don't know which direction to take. The one that leads us from danger. That sense that keeps us safe. Give yourself permission to settle in. Bring your awareness now back to your breath. Become aware of the points of the body still connected to the earth. If you have a little more spare time, I encourage you to remain here in Shavasana for as long as you are able. If you need to move out of the practice now, just begin to find some movement in the fingers and the toes. Gently sway the head and neck from side to side. And when you're ready, roll to your most comfortable side and just take a brief moment to observe. Slowly rise. Eyes remain closed. Come to find a comfortable seat. May your movement of your body help you find that rise in vibration. Lift your thoughts, lift your emotions, and above all, lift your energy. Sweep the arms out and up as you breathe in. Just draw in the energy of your practice and cup that energy in the palms of your hands. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Thumbs find a connection with the heart space. Cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for your body, for your mind, and for your breath. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank yourselves for joining on the mat and in a practice today. That can sometimes be the most difficult part. But I hope that in finding movement in your body and that connection of the breath with the body, you're able to move through the rest of your day, or wherever you're doing this practice, the rest of your day, your afternoon, or even the rest of your evening before you go to bed, with a rise in your vibration, a understanding that when we move and create energy within the body, it lifts our spirits. Until next time, keep making magic in this world from your space at your own pace, because that's exactly what the world needs. Namaste.